It's a record-breaking month for home prices here in Las Vegas. Our median home price went from $470 in September to $488,950 in November. That's going against everything that you have heard. Stick around as I break down what's actually happening to our local market. I'm here to help you understand it and see how it applies for you. Hi folks, I'm Uraine with the 5 Diamond Group here at Vice Realty. Over the last 28 years, I have navigated everything from high-end coastal deals in California to local developments here in Las Vegas. I even sold, trained, and built cloud technology nationwide before it was a cloud and before it was cool to work from home. Now, for the last 10 years, I've been here building strong local communities as a real estate broker salesman, and I am here to help you clear out the noise, cut through the clutter and the chaos. I'm here to help you break down what's happening in the real estate market and to help make the best decisions for you and your family. I believe homeownership is within reach for everyone, especially you. When you have the right team, nothing is impossible. That's why I live in the complex and ever-changing world of real estate to make things easier for you. Follow me and get your keys to homeownership. Now let's get started. So what's happening in the Las Vegas market? Well, as of November of 2025, our median price point has peaked at $488,995. Why is that significant? Well, we have reached $485 multiple times, but we have not been able to break that barrier. Not to mention, $370,000 was the median price point in October. That's quite a jump for 1 month. Now, why is that even more significant is because our inventory also grew. Kind of a big deal. Historically, this time of year, our activity slows down. Yeah, we get some inventory, but our prices soften too. And between October and November, we had an increase in inventory and home values jump from $474,000 to $488,995. Now that combination is kind of a unique scenario. It's happening at a time when we typically see our cycle, our inventory go down, our activity slow down altogether. This is the first time that we have had more than 4 months of inventory back to back and going up along with home values. Really bucking the trend is the way things will happen. Is this an indicator that we're headed towards a bubble? Does this mean that the market is going to crash? Well, let's dive in just a little bit deeper and break this down even more. When we take a look at 2025, we had the lowest amount of inventory in March with 2.5 months of options. That's kind of typical when it comes to Las Vegas. Now, contrast that with what happened in October and November. October, we had 4.4 months and 4.6 months in November. That's the first time we've seen more than 4 months of inventory back to back and growing in a dropping cycle. Now, it's important because over the last few years, we have only hit 4 months of inventory for just a brief moment, and then we keep dropping down. And that is different than what we are seeing here in this current situation. All year, agents have been listing homes and listing them at around $525,000. When they close, they're somewhere between $480,000 and $485,000. The lowest median price point was $470,000. What that means is that buyers are fine with this price point. What does that mean for sellers? If you are listing high, it's going to take a few months and you should be expecting to settle around the $480,000 price point. Now, it's all dependent on your local community, your amenities, as well as how your marketing is done with your agent. But what does that mean? When it comes to looking at the numbers, does this mean that buyers are getting awesome deals? Are their agents just phenomenal negotiators to take $50,000 off the price? That kind of price reduction either means that the agent is not educating the sellers correctly, or that the sellers are really trying to push to get as much as they can. That's fine. But when it comes to pricing a home correctly, it requires market insights. When you price that home too high, it stays on the market longer. The longer it sits on the market, the more likely buyers are going to lowball the property. And statistically speaking, you're going to end up taking home less money than if you would have priced it right in the first place. If a home is priced correctly, especially according to what the market is doing, you're going to be able to get multiple offers over your list price within several days of going live. We've proven that multiple times over. Regardless of what market trends are doing, you can count on that fact when it's priced correctly. Does your agent know How many homes are on the market? In your area? In your community? Do they know what's happening for your specific floor plan? When it comes to knowing your data, that's what we do. That's why we are in this business, to be able to help you get the best information the first time. Pricing a home correctly requires knowing the data and the market trends, and once you have that, then you can adjust for all the improvements that you've made to your home. And remember, it's okay to get a second opinion. If you want the best for your family, feel free to reach out. Request a private, confidential review of your personal situation. We'll be sure to handle it with care and get you the right information you're looking for. Now let's break down what's happened in 2025. When we take a closer look at the numbers and the activity that's been happening over this last two quarters of the year, we had a median price point of $470,000 in September. Again, agents are listing at $525,000. That's about a $54,000 price gap. Typically speaking, you're going to list high and sell low, and it's going to take you a few months to get that sold. We also had 4 months of inventory going into September. Now, when we moved to October, we jumped up just $4,000. Our median price point, $474,370. Same thing with the listing price. Closed that gap only by a few $1,000s. But now our inventory went up by 0.4 months, basically a half a month of inventory. Again, different and unique because we have only had 4 months of inventory just a few times over the last few years. Now, as we move into November, our median price point jumped up to $488,995. And now agents are listing at around $504,000. I think they got the point. Bring that price down, you're gonna see a lot more activity. And this drives home my point. When you list it right, it'll move faster. That's a $15,000 gap, and our inventory continued to go up. So what does this mean for us locally? That means that our inventory is strong. That definitely means that buyers saw the opportunity and, despite market conditions, drove our median sales price up to its new high. Congratulations, Las Vegas. We're on our way towards $500,000. And yes, we are the best value in the Southwest. And as Californians continue to see our home values as an attractive price point, you can expect our local market to continue to appreciate. No bubble, no crash, just a strong market and strong buyer demand. So that does it for this month's market update. Stay tuned for the next video for the year in review, where I cover 2025, how foreclosures are affecting our local market, and what you can expect in 2026.